Welcome to the Internet Safe Space, episode, I think, 10. And I think this is big because we've got our first piece of professional equipment. Tommy, you've been on before. He's not been back since episode 2. Introduce yourself, please.
What's up? My name is BigMacFlax. I'm a gaming expert. I really am very analytical when it comes to this stuff. I'm very serious. This is very passionate for me. You already know what it is. Shout out Kibby, hashtag Kib on.
Well said. Now, you guys know why we're back. Tournament 2 went even better than Tournament 1. And now we're back for Tournament 3. And we are leading up to a very special event, the All-Star Tournament event. But that's for another time. For now, Tournament 3, video game characters. You might say you've already done 64. How did you get 32 more characters?
It be like that. It just happens. It just happens.
But we did. And we have a fucking mic.
Shout out Fran.
Shout out Fran. All right. So we're going to get this started. I've already got the stuff loaded up. You know how it works. We've got the slides. Few basic tournament rules. Imagine where they're fighting in. Just literally picture the Roman Colosseum. No ceiling. They've got about that much space to fight. They're surrounded by sand. They're allowed to bring in one outside item, um, one main outside item from their games. So, for example, Sonic could use the Chaos Emeralds. That's multiple items, but it's fine. He gets a pass. Mario could use a superstar. Tank Dempsey could bring in a wonder weapon, etc. Um, and then they get prep time. They know about this tournament in advance. They know who they're fighting in advance. And as other rules come up, we'll just say it then.
I have a very serious question.
Please.
Um, are there spectators at the Coliseum? Are people watching them fight?
Yes.
Is it being recorded on national TV?
Yes.
International TV?
Yes.
Telemundo?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's do this.
All right. Let's get on to it. First one. So you guys are seeing the picture right now, or at least you should be, I hope. Petey versus the Dragonborn. Now, Tommy, I want to get your initial thoughts on this matchup because, well, it's
PD's getting packed up. PD's getting packed up so fast. Dragonborn can basically use any affinity of magic. Can use like basically any element, and then on top of that, he can use fantastical elements like necromancy and everything. He's burning this motherfucker alive. PD no more. PD no more. Packed up. I think this is gonna be the fastest one we do. Packed up.
I agree. Petey doesn't even stand a chance. However, I will say that certain versions of Petey, specifically the Mario Galaxy Baby one, his tail sets on fire and he's totally fine. So there might be certain elements he can resist, but that's just me playing some devil's advocate because overall, Dragonborn hits him with a Fus Rodan, he's probably exploding.
And he got a big ass head. Easy hitbox. Dragonborn doesn't even need to whip out the dual wields. I
Yeah.
think he can do that with his fist. I don't even think he need magic. I think he just beats the shit out of him. And it'll be really sad to watch.
He really might not need magic. His pure brute strength. If you play the Khajiit class, you also have claws on your with no weapon.
Shout out my Khajiits. Shout out my Khajiits.
That was what I played. But I will say, imagine if he had like the I can't remember their name. It's been so long. The like there's like that class of all the demon weapons.
Hmm.
I don't remember, but it's not demon. It's a different word.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not the right person to ask about this at the moment. I haven't played Skyrim since like I want to say junior year or senior year of high school, maybe one of the two. It was around COVID time. I hopped back into it, and I did a full new run. But either way, if you're like talking like strongest Dragonborn there is, like the one who's the Archmage of Winterhold, the one who takes down the freaking Dawn Star, the one who fights that Cthulhu motherfucker. Petey is just like a regular ass mob in a dungeon. That's all he is. Just a regular ass mob in a dungeon, and he's just gonna fucking beat the shit out of him.
He gets pieced up by Mario.
Motherfucker's a plumber. He's trying to go up against it.
From Brooklyn. Plumber from Brooklyn, normal ass guy. Kicks the shit out of this dinosaur looking motherfucker.
Next.
Matchup number 2, Yoshi versus Ryu from Street Fighter. Tommy, let me get some initial thoughts from you real quick on this one.
So I don't really know Ryu's lore too much, but what I do know is that the motherfucker got hands and he's the main character, so he's the franchise homie, so he's got to have some leverage in that universe. Big however, Yoshi got a long ass tongue, can reach way further than his reach. He got big ass arms. Don't get me wrong, he got big ass arms. But Yoshi's tongue, I don't mean to sound no type of way, but shit can get hectic. I'll leave it at that. Shit can get hectic with Yoshi's tongue in the mix. And this motherfucker can turn him into a fucking egg. This motherfucker Yoshi can eat him and then shit him out as an egg. Yoshi clears. Simple.
I just got a I just got a low battery notification on my computer. Let me make sure this is plugged in. One. Sorry about that. You just noticed a cut. We're not live. Wow, who knew?
Wait, I thought this went live at Sunday at 9. Is it not Sunday at 9?
Live chat Sunday at 9. Be there. Well, actually, if you're watching it, that means you're here right now, so I can't really promote it. Next week at 9. Actually, I already know what I'm doing next week, so I'll tell you. Next week, we're doing actually a live episode Q&A session.
Damn. You know, always elevating on the internet safe space. Always elevating, always moving different. Got motion over here. Shout out Kibby. Kib on.
Now let me talk about this Yoshi Ryu matchup. Let me switch the scene back here for you. So Tommy's going instant Yoshi here, talking about the hectic tongue, and I can see that. I understand. I gotta give Ryu some love. You know, I can't just instantly deny him. Although I actually think I agree with Tommy because first Yoshi has the reach, right? Yoshi can pretty much swallow every projectile, and it's proven that he can swallow and respit out fire without taking damage. So
What that mouth do?
yeah, when Ryu fucking shoots energy based attacks at Yoshi, Yoshi will be able to eat them and spit them back out at him. So with that in mind, that's completely out. So range, he's ruined.
And another thing, Yoshi is able to like just be chill as fuck in space. He's in Mario Galaxy 2. He's running around with Mario, hopping planet to planet. This motherfucker's a planet hopper, let alone just a pond hopper. Just a little frog, little reptile. Nah, he's different. He's different. This man Yoshi would take a Hadouken to the mouth, spit it back at him, and then shit him out 5 minutes later. That's how Yoshi's moving in this. I feel like this is another easy clear, but not as easy as Dragonborn and PD.
Not even close to as easy. Like not even slightly close to as easy. I do think that Yoshi takes a dub here. I think there's a little bit more of a fight, but yeah, the lack of range. Also, I think Yoshi's definitely faster. I think he's got the speed on him. I really do. And with that being said, I think we're gonna have to push Yoshi through, and we can move on to our third matchup.
And not only the speed, Yoshi got that vert. You throw Yoshi an oop from half court, he catches that shit and he throws it down. I don't see Ryu doing that. He's just a regular ass dude. He ain't doing nothing like that. Yoshi can double jump and he can hover. Yoshi clears. Nah. Nah.
We got Funky Kong versus Kazuya.
Bro, look at his bro. Fucking hands. He got thumbs. This motherfucker got thumbs for toes.
I think that I think okay, I think Kazuya wins right off the bat. I think that's this way. I think we should start all these with our instant thoughts, and then we can discuss. My instant thought is Kazuya wins. What's your instant thought?
Honestly, I would have to agree just because Kazuya's like a demon hybrid fucking thing. But Funky Kong is definitely gonna put on a show for everybody in that Coliseum. Funky Kong is walking out with the fan points. He might not win it all, but he's definitely walking out with some fan love because he's gonna put on a show. He's gonna be throwing bananas and shit, and he's gonna be having a good time, making sure he look funky while he do it. Like you see this man when he do tricks in Mario Kart. That's Funky Kong. He whips out the surfboard and he like turns around. He's like hits you with the coldest shit. I love Funky Kong, but no, Kazuya is gonna win this one. But it's gonna be a hell of a show. Easy.
I really like what Tommy said about the fan points because he definitely has them. You know, the crowd is gonna be in his favor. This is gonna be an underdog rooting crowd, especially for him because he's a showboater. And one thing I'm gonna reference because I don't think he instantly explodes and dies,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
but I don't think
Kazuya would throw hands with him for the hell of it, just because that's how Kazuya be. Like, just look at the way this motherfucker's standing right now. He just wants to scrap people. He just wants to fight just because he knows he will fuck him up. So he's gonna let Funky Kong swing at him, and they're gonna go hand for hand for a bit. But it's gonna be it's gonna be wrapped up, and then I would say 5 minutes. I would say 5 good minutes.
the one thing I want to reference about Funky Kong and some of the power he's gonna have behind him is in Mario Baseball. He's one of the best home run hitters, in my opinion, the best home run hitter, and that means he's got some power behind his swing. You know, he's one of the best batters, and you know what he bats with? Bats with his fucking surfboard.
Wait. As we're saying this right now, if Funky Kong gets his hands on a surfboard,
He gets to bring his surfboard. He will bring it. He'll have it.
see, now I don't want to count him completely out. I still think he will lose, but I think there's like a 1 in 15 chance that like Funky Kong does the scrapping for him. Kazuya gets caught up in his showbiz and gets caught up in all that fan love and everything because Funky Kong's just so fucking cool, you know? You just who look at the fucking jorts on this guy.
There's
And
a chance he gets flustered because
look at them jorts.
the flustering is real when you have the entire crowd against you. So if Kazuya is going to show up to this fight and everyone's going to hate him, they're going to be like, Funky Kong is sick because he is, and we don't want you to kick his ass, and it's going to make him feel some type of way.
And so if you give him that surfboard, and I think he'll have one shot, but I think if he gives that surfboard one good swing, one good grand slam, I think he can knock Kazuya out right then and there.
And a knockout is a victory. It doesn't have to be death. The way the tournament works, see, I said we're going to get to the rules as we go on, is knockouts count. If you're completely out, you're done. You
Just have
lose.
to be incapacitated in any form.
Yep, and dying and you don't get to respawn, even though plenty of these characters have respawn ability, if not all of them. Shout out Kibon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but anyways, I think we spent a little too much time here because we had to glaze Funky a little bit,
He's
but
so fucking cool, bro.
he does ultimately lose this one because Kazuya is just, it was just an unfortunate matchup for Funky because I think he could beat half this list.
Yeah, no, he could definitely make his own run. I guess that's a story for next year, though. Shout out Funky. We'll see you again soon, bro.
All right, I I feel bad. I mean, wait, let me look at his face. He's
That's
scared.
canonically what he would look like in that situation. His fucking them overalls are soggy right now, bro. Soggy like a wet biscuit.
I think that Luigi might have a
But
tough time against Sephiroth. So let me say that Luigi. I gotta have the scene on Luigi versus Sephiroth. Okay, maybe that's like let's do a thumbnail real quick. For everyone liked when we did the thumbnails last time.
think that's good.
Yeah, I wanted to see how long until you broke. All right, I'm done. But yeah, Sephiroth versus Luigi. Give your instant thought on who wins this fight.
Man, This is what I'm thinking right now. So you said that they will know ahead of time who they're fighting, right?
Correct.
How much time Luigi got?
Last time I think we said it. You know about the tournament. I don't remember. Maybe it was either a week or a month, which is a big difference. For this one, fuck it. Let's say you have 1 week to prepare.
1 week to prepare. I don't know. Luigi got some big heads in his corner, bro. I forgot what the scientist name from Luigi's Mansion is, but the one that goes like busy busy. I don't know. That one that you link up with right at the beginning, who gives you the vacuum and everything.
Now, to be clear, nothing new can be created.
I know nothing new can be created. However, Luigi is able to suck motherfuckers up with that vacuum. If Luigi has some prep time on some like Batman and some Usopp shit, bro, I really think he gives Sephiroth a run for his money, because then he'll also be able to smuggle. How many items can they bring in again?
So I think it ends up being circumstantial. We want to say one because, for example, like the Mario characters can bring in power stars. However, you need to wait 60 seconds before you're allowed to use any of your power up items because if somebody comes in and instantly uses a power star, it's kind of broken. But if Luigi cannot die for 60 seconds, then he gets a power star, which we said will last 60 seconds. And he's invincible then in the arena, but he has to last a minute. So I want to talk a little bit about Sephiroth real quick to give some lore. I did a little bit of extra research on him because I wanted to hear the length of his power. Now I want to read out a one sentence um, line that sums up Sephiroth's power. Let me pull it up real quick. Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. Sephiroth. If Luigi got prep time, though, I'm arguing for Luigi right now. I know this isn't going to end well for him.
Here it is. Okay. Sephiroth's power is a terrifying blend of unmatched physical strength, mastery of swordsmanship, devastating magic, and the ability to manipulate the planet's life force, making him a nearly unstoppable force.
Yeah, here's the thing, yo. Luigi has the prep time. I think he'll make it to the minute. I think he can make it to the minute to be able to use his star power. But after that, yes, he'll be invincible, but I don't think star power Luigi's strong enough to take down Sephiroth. Like, that motherfucker Sephiroth got wings. He sucks the life force from planets. He is basically the closest thing to a deity a human can get to. Luigi, star power Luigi, we can put him on like a cosmic level, you know? I bet, because he does scrap some pretty strong people as star power in his star power form, but like then again, star power lasts for what, like 30 seconds maybe? I ain't enough time. That ain't enough time for him to deal any significant damage to Sephiroth. Sephiroth's gonna pack him up. I hate to say it. Luigi will last a minute, but it'll be a sad minute.
I think this one. I think I'd have to agree with Tom here. It's Luigi's gonna. I also agree. He really might be able to last that minute. Might. I think that it will be. There's instances where he gets cooked in that first minute. I really believe that. I think, if you ran the simulation 20 times, I think 50% of the time he's done in minute one. Um, an interesting fact about Sephiroth is that like Tommy said, he's the closest thing to a deity as a human can get. He also believes himself to actually be one, which, believe it or not, contributes to his power too. So he's going to come in this confident, but not just confident, like not overconfident to where he'll underestimate Luigi, but overconfidence that actually is utilized properly. That's what makes it scary. Being so confident but not underestimating your opponent. Like he's going to come in and just run worlds on him. Like he's not going to be like how he said Kazuya might go light on Funky Kong and toy with him. Sephiroth's not going to toy with Luigi. He's going to come in and be like, I want you to be destroyed in the next 15 seconds.
Mario's gonna be fucking distraught in that crowd, bro. Mario's gonna throw his hands up and be like, "Ada." He's gonna fucking crash out. I feel bad for the Mario Bros who are coming to watch this shit, bro, because they're just seeing all their homies get beaten down, bro. Like you gotta watch Funky Kong get his shit rocked, and then right after that, you gotta see Seth Roth will kill Luigi, bro. Like straight up, they might actually witness the fucking
It would
death
be
of
bad.
Luigi.
It would be bad.
But that could also start some really cool shit with like Mario going into his whole anime training arc. Yo, he gets stronger, starts bouncing on more Goombas and shit. Yo, he hit the lab and then he comes back and that you know what? Nintendo needs to fucking hire me, yo. Sign me up, yo. I'll fucking make a banger game. I'll make a banger game of Mario's Redemption. Nah, yo, what the fuck? I like how you got a little collage of pictures for them.
Tommy, why don't you say for the audience who's versing who here?
All right, yeah. So this is Tab from Baldur's Gate, which is like the dude you play as. It's like the Dragonborn in Skyrim, basically. That's one-to-one comparison I can give. Like you create this dude, you go through the whole story as this dude, but we're swapped on the other screen, right? Yes. Look at the motherfucker to the right, bro. One, my Baldur's Gate homies know we hate that guy for one reason right off the bat. He's a fucking druid, all right? He's a fucking druid. Fucking hate them.
We don't fuck with druids.
Fucking and we don't fuck with drows either. And of course we have a drow druid in our camp. So it's just like you know exactly who you are. Fuck you. Fucking talking to you. Fucking talking to you, Kevin.
My friend Kevin.
No, I didn't mean to say that. My clear my throat. Fuck you, Kevin. Um. So yeah, we got Tad against Shadow, and I'm assuming Shadow's gonna have all the chaos emeralds and
Yes, he has to wait. Shadow would have to wait 60 seconds, but he will be able to use the Chaos Emeralds, and he is considered the strongest Chaos Emerald user.
yeah, and Shadow can do a whole bunch of more shit. Like
Oh. His arsenal is packed.
he's stacked up, and he knows how to work a fucking gun. So it's just like he's also a marksman on top of his insane agility and like fucking su- like oh my god.
Now, to be clear, he's only allowed to bring one item slash set of items. So he's obviously going to bring in the Chaos Emeralds, which means he wouldn't be able to bring in a weapon. He would be just emeralds.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I'm just trying to this is actually hard. It's got me thinking. I you know what? I'm I'm going for it. I'm gonna argue for my homie Tav. I think this is definitely the closest fight we'll have in the first round. This is gonna be a scrap. This is gonna be some of the craziest shit the audience has ever seen. Being a spectator watching this shit, you're gonna see some world breaking fucking move sets. You're gonna see some crazy shit. Like, no matter which way you end up going in Baldur's Gate, you always take the path to where you're offered the choice to ascend to godhood. So if we'll just say our Tav is ascending to godhood. So this man, one, has telekinetic abilities to the point where he can control every human in the arena. Can they do that? Can we make this a rule? Would he be able to like mind control the whole crowd to attack Shadow?
No, the
Really?
crowd can't get involved.
He I feel like
The crowd cannot.
no, I'm saying like if he can mind control the fucking crowd to just all go ballistic and just start
I'm saying there's rules.
yeah.
There has to be rules, otherwise way too much can start happening. Think about it. If there was rules, then all of the evil people could grab people from the crowd and threaten to start murdering them and then make the heroes have their hero complex. You know what I mean? Like,
Like that. Like Shadow don't give a shit. He'll murder all of them.
I'm not saying Shadow gives a shit. I'm saying though, for the purposes, we have to have rules because there's heroes like Mario would be like, I'm a hero. I can't just let you start murdering people.
No,
I give up.
gonna jump in. I don't give a fuck. He ain't jumping into this fight, yo. All right, so he can't mind control people, but he can summon. He can bring something from his world. You said so.
Yes, he can.
Have because there is an item you can get in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't want to say too much for my homies that are gonna play, but you can basically summon a deity, and you can control that deity if you take the certain path to godhood. You can have control over this deity, and you can could you use that in the fight?
I would say items that are overpowered as such, you could use it, but with a time limit. That would be the
But
only
it's like
thing.
the same as the Chaos Emeralds. Like Shadow uses the Chaos Emeralds, and he ascends to the closest thing a hedgehog can to godhood.
And Shadow would have a time limit on his Chaos
Yeah.
Emeralds use as well.
So I honestly think this would be probably the best bout in the first round. I'm going with Tab though. I just feel like Tab has too much shit on like with like his abilities and everything. He's just got so much in his arsenal. Like he can heal himself. He can even like he can heal straight mortal wounds back to nothing because canonically you do break your legs a shitload in Baldur's Gate when you're like when you play like me and you jump off cliffs and stuff. So then you just got to heal yourself right after, and it gives you and it shows you the affinities like severe wounds, broken leg, arm, or whatever. And you can only have like a certain like leveled healing spell to fix that. And like Tav that we're talking end game Tav, so
You
he
brought me to another. You brought me to another important rule. Healing is not allowed unless that is the one item you're bringing. So Mario could bring a mushroom, but then after he uses it, it's gone. So any healing, he would have to make that his one thing, and then after he heals once, he'd be done.
all right. Yeah, I still got Tav though. I still got Tav. His arsenal's too expansive as fast as Shadow is. I'm
Well, you realize though, his arsenal would be limited because he can only bring
but
one thing.
I know, but he has spells and stuff.
Yes, full magic use is allowed.
This is what I'm saying. Like his arsenal is way too expansive for Shadow to handle, especially if he's ascended at that godhood level, which in this case he will be. He will be a god. We'll have our god Tav out here. So yeah, I got Tav over Shadow. I'm sorry, Shadow.
Now, this obviously is going to have to come down to a phone a friend because I 100% think that Shadow wins this fight,
You're wasting it right now.
even against. Well, no,
You're
it's not.
sending
It's
it
not
right
a.
now.
We're
What
gonna
the
use it. We have to use it every time we
okay?
tie. Because if we tie, what are we gonna do? We have
Rock paper
people.
scissors.
We have people on standby for ties. They're waiting on our beck and call. Um, Now, obviously, Tommy, you'll get to. We'll both get to say our piece to them, but they'll be able to weigh in. So for Shadow, he is this basically comes down to in my mind it looks like a fight of gods because Chaos Emerald Shadow is like basically a god. I mean, he is
But he
his
ain't. But he ain't.
his speed is I think he's faster than Tav.
Probably.
I think he has speed on him, and one thing we talked about in the last tournament is that having a speed advantage is already very helpful for a W. I think he's got the speed advantage. He's also a smart motherfucker. Shadow's battle IQ is nuts. When he comes in and when they have him in the next movie, it's going to be insane. His battle IQ is fantastic. So Tav is going to have an insane arsenal, but I don't think it will overwhelm Shadow because of his battle IQ. I think he's going to be prepared. He knows he's going against Tav prior. Shadow's the type of fucker that's going to be analyzing him. He is going to know every single thing about this guy when he comes into this fight. That's the type of enemy Shadow is. He's calculated, high battle IQ, he's fast as fuck, and with the Chaos Emeralds, fucking strong.
But I'm thinking right now, after you like said the whole speed thing, Tab does have teleportation abilities. I'm pretty sure Shadow does too once he's in his chaos form. But I think like I honestly think like Shadow does have the edge on speed, but it's not by much. I don't think it's significant enough for him. Like I think Shadow's winning that fight if he takes down Tab as fast as possible. You know, if he lets it drag on, Tab is gonna fucking murder him. He's just gonna drop a fucking. He's gonna just drop a straight moonbeam on this motherfucker. Just end it. Just absolutely end it. And then if he summons the powers of the absolute, it's just over. It's absolutely over. I don't think I don't even think Tav has to necessarily summon the power of the absolute right off the bat. I honestly don't think he has to. I think if once Shadow starts overwhelming him, then he'll go into that. And that's his like his trump card. He wants to save that for later rounds. He doesn't want people to know that. But yeah, I got Tav on this one. Easy.
And I got Shadow. So, with that said, I'm going to do a quick cut while we phone a friend. 1 second. One. All right. We're back. We have our phone a friend. He was on the last tournament, so he has experience. We got James. Oh, you got to talk into the mic.
What's up, guys?
All right. So, James, the matchup that we have is Tav. Tav is the main character of Baldur's Gate 3 versus Shadow in Chaos Emerald form, or he's allowed to be in Chaos Emerald form rather.
Okay.
So let's
You guys are split on this?
yeah, I said Shadow and Tommy said Tav.
I feel like I'm a really bad person to ask because I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate 3. But I do know that Shadow is busted in that form.
He is busted, but I just don't. I think the only thing he's going to beat on in that form is just speed.
Tommy's saying that Shadow would have the speed advantage, but Tommy, why don't you give James some context on some of Tav's power he'd have in this fight?
So basically, he could use any affinity of magic because that's in his arsenal. And then he's also this version of Tav ascended to godhood. And so he can basically summon the powers of the absolute against Shadow if it comes down to it. But I personally don't think it'll come down to it until Shadow goes chaos mode. But I don't know when he's gonna do that. I don't know when he would do that in the fight. I'm trying to think if he'll just get if he'll do it right away. If he does it right away, he might be able to catch him off guard. But Shadow gotta finish him fast if he wins it. That's my opinion.
Okay, that makes a little sense.
And then James, I'll say
I want to pick Shadow just to piss off Tommy.
Fuck.
I won't be biased. I won't be biased.
let me give my piece about Shadow then, even though you know more about Shadow. So my piece was that Shadow canonically has an insanely high battle IQ. Like I'm talking like Master Chief level battle IQ. So he's going to be studying this guy from the jump because remember we said in this tournament everybody knows who they're fighting beforehand. So he's going to come into this knowing what he's going up against and knowing when to use those chaos emeralds. And I think that him having that speed advantage is going to be like just as Tav has his trump card, I think the speed advantage alone once he uses the chaos emeralds is going to be his trump because he is going to know what he needs to do to overwhelm the Tav.
The thing is that Tommy said the power of absolutes. That's kind of what's throwing me one way, which is leaning me that way. I do agree with you, but I do think where a lot of these battles in, IQ is only going to get you so far because a lot of them, the power ranking is just so outweighed. And if Tommy's right, where you're literally a god and deal with absolutes, I'm going to give it a Tav.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Enjoy the rest of the pod.
Thanks, James, the decider. Peace. All right, so in an insanely shocking upset, because I do think if we were betting casino standards, Shadow probably is the favorite here. He lost. Shadow's out. Round 1. So
That's a hell of a first bout to go to. If you bought tickets to that one as a spectator, that's a good fucking choice. I bet those tickets were high, bro. I bet.
people lost a lot of money.
Yeah, I bet it was like at least 15K just to be like, what would you call it? Coliseum side? Damn. You got her second phase, the naked phase. Her right, her left boobies out.
Well, in this image you can't see, so that's good. We have Why don't you tell him?
All right, so over on the left side, we got Melania, the Blade of Mikola, from Elden Ring, and then to the right, we got Sub-Zero. This motherfucker ain't winning. I can just tell you that right now.
Wait, who's not winning?
Sub-Zero.
Really? Okay, I'm interested because you know more about both characters than I do. So honestly, I think for this one, I have not played a lot of Mortal Kombat. I have played Elden Ring, and Millennia was one of the hardest fights for me, if not the hardest fight that I did. Besides that, one electric dragon actually messed me up bad. Placidusax, yeah, that guy. He messed me up actually. But Millennia was a very hard fight for me. Her healing ability is so frustrating. And by the rules of this tournament, you're not allowed to use healing spells and healing items over and over. But I think her attacks, I think
It's her attack.
it would count. I think she would get to heal because she's just hitting you and it's giving her life because that's part of her gimmick. It's not like using a healing potion. So I'm saying it's allowed. So her every attack she hits, she gains health back. Um, but overall, my opinion is very. I'd probably say honestly, with that said, that she wins. But Tommy, why don't you give us an explanation? Let's say because we ran so much over on the Tav Shadow, you give us a 60-second analysis of why Sub Zero would lose.
All right, so we're just breaking it down real quick. So I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. I do know Sub-Zero is one of like the big faces of Mortal Kombat, and I'm pretty sure they're all gods that are like representing gods in a sense in Mortal Kombat. Am I right or am I wrong?
I literally don't know.
All right, so this is just going off pure bias then. I fucking lost to Malaysia over like 150 times the first time I played this fucking game. She's a fucking demigod at the end of the day and hailed as only the second strongest in her verse right under my boy Radon.
And Tommy doesn't use summons.
Yeah, no, I'm a G. I'm a G. But this Melania would I think Melania would piece him up fairly quickly. Because we see motherfuckers get disemboweled on frickin' Mortal Kombat. So I've never seen Melania's fucking head get chopped off, you know?
I don't remember. Do you get? Does she have like Scarlet Rot at all powers? I
Yeah.
don't remember. Like I feel like I have a faint memory. I did, by the way, guys. Quick flex. I did platinum Elden Ring.
But he used summons.
I did use summons because I'm not even gonna get in this. I use summons. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The game was still hard. Okay. I've never played a Souls like before. I know this is one of the easier ones, but still, I used the summons and it was a very fun game, and I platinumed it. All right. So give me a break.
Yeah, no. But um I just think like just since like even if we're not going off of like just like what you see in game, just like just lore wise, I just feel like Melania is the stronger pick, like just because she can utilize the Scarlet Rot. So stab Sub Zero once, which this motherfucker's prone to getting stabbed, clearly. Because every single trailer in Mortal Kombat history, I feel like has Scorpion just murdering him, right? There's along those lines. I feel like Mortal Kombat X's trailer just had Scorpion just like fucking chucking his fucking daggers into him and just ending it right there, looking all badass and shit. So he's not even the new face of his franchise anymore. And I went to fuck. I forgot his name. Someone drop it in the live chat. I know there's a Mortal Kombater, but I do give it to Melania 100.
There we go.
Just from what I know, and just knowing that once she stabs him with Scarlet Rot, it's case. That shit would melt him. Shit would melt him. Oh lord, this is easy.
Now I'm trying to get Tommy's reactions to these because obviously I made the slides and this is random. I didn't pick these fights, but I made the slides, so I know everything that's coming. Tommy's seeing all of these matchups for the first time. He doesn't even know the list of people really that are in this. So we have
I'm just a gamer. I'm just a freaking gamer, you know? I just know shit, bro. I'm a fucking gamer. I don't need to fucking prepare. It's in my blood. I bleed buttons and frame perfect clicks and matches.
I'm clicking off that screen. Samus versus Dante. Now, Dante,
Dante clears so fast. It's not even close.
he was part of the Chungus, the Chungus.
Drip, bro. Just look at what he got on. He just rocky. He got a bra strap to hold his fucking swords, bro. He's got that shit on, bro. He got that shit on. Bro, give him a fucking trench coat, a long coat in a video game, bro, and that's just it. That's just it. And he's posing. Samus got the pose, but like, shit, that's an ugly ass suit. One, right off the bat. Two, Dante just only need those two pistols and she's done, bro.
Tommy, you need to give the audience, because a lot of people may not know Dante's moveset. Samus, if you played Smash, you've got an idea of how she fights. That armor is fairly strong. Just trying to give her a little bit of love because she's getting destroyed. She's got some energy ball beams and some rockets and stuff, and she does beat Ridley, who's a huge dragon. Um, but obviously, we all know Dante fucking wins. But Tommy knows Dante's powers a lot better. So why don't you, again, give us a 60-second, because last time it wasn't 60. That was like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was.
60-second rundown. Dante from the Devil May Cry series, his power and why he absolutely destroys and ruins Samus's career.
All right, so real quick, this motherfucker Dante is basically a demon. All right, so he's got demonic powers right off the bat. He has a demonic transformation. He can manipulate elements through weapons. So like them guns right there, pieced up. She's pieced up. He can manipulate the elements that procure from the weapons. So even if he whips out the blade, he one slice of the blade. One slice of the blade. And I know you said no regeneration or like or just no healing spells, but he has natural regeneration because it's built in his body just from being a devil. He can
But he could be killed though, right? Okay.
It's like some Kratos shit, you know?
Yeah, that's fine then.
Like he's gonna regenerate mad fast. So like you gotta behead him or something. Like you just
Blow him up.
literally. But like I don't even think that probably wouldn't kill him. He'll just fucking spawn back in like 3 fights later, and the other two fighters are just gonna be mad confused by there's a butt naked, fully regenerated human just like walking around on the battlefield. Like I just think I just think this man Dante clears. It's not even close. Shout out Samus. You're cool.
Sorry, Samus.
You're cool, but ugly ass suit. Always thought as an ugly ass suit, and now I can just fucking go off. It's so oh my lord. Oh my lord. Dude,
Do you know who that is on the right?
yes, this Geralt.
Well, Geralt's in the back.
Right?
This is Ciri.
Siri.
We have Mega Man versus Ciri from The Witcher. Yeah, she should be the protagonist of Witcher 4.
Like she's gonna kick the shit out of Mega Man. Look at how tiny he is, bro. Like she's just one knee to the fucking stomach. I feel like Mega Man's.
Mega Man's in a bad spot. And now I can speak on Ciri because I played through actually pretty recently all of The Witcher 3. So I'm very aware. You play as her a decent bit in that game too, so I know how her powers function. So right off the bat, she can teleport. So that's already just gives her. She's got the speed advantage on Mega Man. He's got plenty of projectiles. Projectiles for the most part are not really a concern.
They fucking shoot out at like the pace of fucking snails, bro. Like they're just like kind of like spat out. You know?
They're slow and fat, which is not what you want in a projectile.
Straight up spat out of his fucking gun, bro. Like they're not shot out, spat out. It's disrespectful to call that thing a blaster. Straight up.
And this is not Mega Man hate. It's not, because he can be a formidable opponent in some settings.
Yeah, him and Luigi would have been a fun matchup.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been like nice and
I
chill.
think Luigi fucking. I think Luigi picks that dude up and gives him the fucking.
I would have picked Luigi. I actually think Luigi would beat Mega Man. He might be he's definitely one of the lower seeded people here. Now, Ciri is more powerful than Geralt. Some people might say that's a hot take, but it's not. She's the most powerful thing in the Witcher universe. That's why she's I don't remember the name of the enemies now. It's completely slipping my mind. Like I don't know, something with an eternal winter. It's been so long. It really hasn't. It's been a couple months, but still, it's like the hunt. There's a group of bad guys, and they are going after Siri, and the reason that they want to capture her is because she is the most powerful. There's like a scene where she like falls to her knees and her eyes turn like blue and she starts like screaming and she's just like the energy pouring out of her body. Like if she did that, Mega Man would just explode and die. Mega Man would explode and die. Siri is that powerful. She rivals like Chaos Emerald Shadow. I really think that would be like they'd be teleporting all over the map.
And who the fuck gave Mega Man that helmet? Go to Mega Man real quick.
Hold on. Let's do a quick scene switch.
Who the fuck gave him that helmet? I feel bad for him. His stylist should get fucking fired, yo. I would hate myself if I had to walk out of the house looking like that every day. Shout out Siri or whatever. Siri, right?
Yeah, Siri.
Yeah, Siri. Shout out Siri. She wins this. I remember her slightly. I haven't played The Witcher 3 in like a couple years at this point.
Oh my
I
god.
remember
Turn
that
rainbow.
shit.
What the fuck?
I think this is
Oh, I
how
don't
it
even know what
be.
happened. What the hell?
This
Okay.
is how it be.
Well, yeah, so Mega Man lost, and yeah, I'm sorry about it. Siri is just stupidly powerful. This is quite the matchup. We have Frank West versus Frogger. Now, for those of you that don't know who Frank West is, he is the protagonist of, in my opinion, I think he was a contender. His game did not make it into my top 10 of all time, but it was an honorable mention for me. Dead Rising, a Capcom game. I played it for the Xbox 360, bought it again on my PS4, replayed it again on my PS5. Um, it's one of my favorite video games ever. It's so simple, but the gimmick is awesome. You're a journalist who goes to a mall that's infected with zombies, and you're trying to figure out what caused the outbreak. And you just go around like killing psychopaths in the mall and killing zombies. And the biggest gimmick of the game was that anything around you could be used as a weapon, which at the time was kind of like unheard of. Um, you could, and you're in a mall, so you go into a toy store and you could pick up like a big bear, stuffed bear, and use it, or a park bench. Um, a few things about Frank. I'm gonna glaze Frank real quick because I fucking love this game. If you don't mind.
No, I got Frank. I get the Frank love, bro. I'm just like right off the bat, what he said that you can pick up anything in the mall and use it as a weapon. This motherfucker Frank also puts on anything in the mall too. Like he will beat the shit out of you in the fucking dumbest looking outfit.
I would wear a dress in my playthrough.
Nah, I think everybody would always grab the Lego heads.
Oh, the Lego head was
You
sick.
didn't do Lego head playthrough with the dress on in Dead Rising. What the fuck you doing with your life, bro? What the fuck you doing with your life? And last, I'll let you take off. But last thing, Frank is a crafting master. This man can make weapons out of anything, and he can enhance the weapons out of anything. I don't even know who the fuck this little frog is, but
It's Frogger. That's Frogger.
Oh, Frogger. Well, sorry, buddy. You're getting fucking squished, and Frank's eating frog legs for dinner type shit. Easy clear for my boy Frank. I'm happy we got. I'm happy we got a fucking regular
Yeah.
ass dude. Moving on, bro.
Well, that's where the glaze is about to come in. Frank is not a regular ass dude. I think that Frank beats Joel. I think Frank beats Nathan Drake. I think Frank beats who else is just a normal dude in a video game? I think he beats Soap. And I'll tell you why. Frank, besides just being walking through hordes of zombies and like it's nothing, you can get hit by cars and you fly. Like you get hit and you fly off the ground. And Frank just stands up. You don't instant die when you get hit by cars, even at the lowest health level. Level 1. Level 1. You get hit by a car, you survive. Frank can just get hit by cars. At one point, the military comes in, and Frank gets shot with ARs. And if you're max level, you can be shot over and over and over. Spraying. They were burst ARs. You'd get like 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets into the chest. Guess what? Frank gets up and can maul them with a baseball bat. Fully armored. They would be wearing full armor. You can take a baseball bat. Frank walks through the mall. You easily kill over 50 military trained men. You're a journalist.
And you take a picture of the dead bodies after to get them points, bro.
Yeah, he's kind of like insane a little bit. Yeah. So with all that said, um,
You'll fuck up this frog and then take a picture of it after and post a whole fucking Yelp review about it.
Frank can get shot, hit by cars, no problem. He's just built diffy.
And he can also fucking balance on zombies' heads, and you can walk across zombies' heads. in this
Correct.
game because this man is a literal gymnast. Like towards the end of the game,
That's true. He is.
you will see this man. Like one of my favorite things to do in that game was New Game Plus, and then you would have all your fucking skills like and everything, and you'll just do like that whole like first mall area again. And I would always just fucking run around as Frank and try to kill as many zombies with my bare hands as possible. And I would just be fucking running across all their heads and shit. And I'll just fucking drop down with a big old fucking stomp to the ground. And I'll just have the time of my life. Frank is gonna fuck up this frog. I can't wait to see who he fights next.
Yeah, Frogger's. I mean, what am I even gonna say about Frogger? He might be the lowest seated in this. He's just a classic. He had to be here. He wanted to put up a fight. He wanted an invitation, but he knows how to avoid cars. A single. This is my main point. Honestly, it's irrefutable evidence. Frank gets hit by a car, level 1, and survives. If you get hit by a car, level 1 Frogger, you instant lose. That's it. You don't. There didn't even need to be an explanation because that's enough. They both get hit by cars. One dies. One survives.
I'm sure Frogger's chill, but I would have his family preparing. I'm taking necessary precautions. I was saying just preparing what is necessary for the outcome. They're gonna be burying Frogger that weekend, and it's gonna be sad.
It's not gonna be good.
Rest in peace, Frogger, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Frogger. Frank West. Everybody, moving on.
Put him on a Kibby shirt.
I would put Frank West on a Kibby shirt.
Nah, I was saying Frogger because
Oh,
he's dead.
I'll put
He's a
Frogger
dead
on a Kibby
Put
shirt.
him on the Kibby shirt.
Moving on. Victory Frank.
Oh my lord.
Now this
This is fun.
we have
This is fun. This is a good one.
two dudes. Sam Porter Bridges. Actually, Sam technically has some powers, but Sam Porter Bridges versus
Nico Bellic. Let's go bowling. GTA 4, Liberty City. Let's go bowling, Nico.
So we're gonna say this is you don't get to say anything besides a name. Your instant thoughts on who's going to win. You just say a name. No explanation allowed yet.
Oh fuck. Shit, bro. Fuck. Nico Bellic.
Sam Porter Bridges. Let's discuss. So I'll start because I'm actually lending him Death Stranding. You can honestly take that home tonight if you want. Yeah, he always forgets. But so
I
I've
through like roughly half the game, by the way. So I have a grasp on a lot of parts of the story, but I picked Nico just because that's my dog. I don't know Sam's full extent. I will say that right off the bat.
so Sam has firearm experience. So does Nico, and pretty much all normal weapons both of them can utilize. Grenades, rocket launchers, whatever. They know how to use that stuff. The reason that I think Sam has an edge is because first, when Sam fights people in that game, you most of the time, at least especially in the early game, you don't kill anyone. You actually just tie them up and incapacitate them, which is harder than killing them. It was actually one of the most frustrating parts of the game for me is you go against your first group of enemies and they're like, you have to tie them up. And I'm like, what? You can't kill them? And they're like, no, don't kill them, just tie them up. So that I think gives him an advantage because Nico's all about straight killing. So Sam's a bit more tactical, and then also he fights entities. You do. I don't know if you got to the point in the game. You do end up fighting and killing those like demon things.
This was gonna be my argument for. I'm just sticking up for my boy Nico. I think it's gonna go that one way, but Sam, like he does scrap entities, and Nico, he's just killing regular ass dudes. At the end of the day, yeah, they got mob ties in Liberty City, powerful people, regular ass dudes though. I think, do I think Nico can probably take down one of them ghouls? Maybe ish, maybe ish, but like this is like something Sam has had knowledge on since he was born into that world and everything. I think Sam would have like the overall edge, but I also think Nico's spec op trainings and his days in like the spec ops and in the army would kind of push him, could give him a chance to push him over. I think it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a long fight. They're going to be beating the fuck out of each other. It's going to end in a brutal fucking KO.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, like, yeah, like Sam's biggest feat was connecting all the United States together and kind of like almost dissolving this entity, while Nico's biggest fucking win in Liberty City is robbing the Liberty City Bank and killing like 100 cops in the process, you know? So it's like which one, I feel like it's very subjective at that point, but I love Nico. I said Nico as right off the bat just because I wanted to disagree, but it probably is Sam. It probably is Sam.
I I also I was kind of I liked this matchup because I thought it was one of the more fair ones to Nico, but I also because of the legacy of his game, I did wish he just ended up going against like Frogger so he could go into another round. Because when I originally was making this, I was like, yeah, it sucks. I think it's going to be a good fight, especially because I think Nico's going to be very aggressive and Sam doesn't like enjoy violence. So he's going to be a little bit more like, but I don't want to, but like I have to, because that's always how he is. He's always like, oh, but I have to. And he gets shit done. He does. But like Tommy said, it's going to come down to it's going to be brutal. There's going to be blood. Sam most likely comes out on top, and I like that you disagreed in the beginning. It made for a better conversation. But yeah, Sam does end up pushing through here.
Yeah, sad reality we live in, bro. Shout out Nico though. You're a fucking real one. We'll go bowling one day, Roman. I promise. Damn.
All right.
Damn.
So we have Silver versus
Titus
from what game?
Warhammer.
All right. Now I know nothing about Titus. So this is one where again, Tommy's going to cuz Tommy and I have played a lot of the same games, but we used up a lot of this character. So we've had to go into a few games Tommy has experience with that I do not. Warhammer, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Warhammer being one of them. I don't know much about Titus, but he's going against Silver right off the bat. Who do you think's winning?
Silver.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell me why.
Silver is canonically the second strongest hedgehog. That's up for debate though. I give it to my boy Shadow because Silver just has so much fucking going for him in terms of his powers, not even with the Chaos Emeralds. Like one I almost said Silver Surfer. Silver can use telekinesis. So right off the bat, he can basically have I mean Titus does fight fucking crazy ass fucking like absolutists and like all these like heretics. Like he does have experience fighting against the fantastical, but I think when it comes to Silver, he is just too OP. He has too many abilities at his disposal. One of his, I mean, granted, it's in only some games, but canonically, Silver can manipulate time. So if Silver sees a bad, and he has fucking heightened perception, so he can almost on some Shank shit with hockey. He can perceive what's about to happen moments before it happens.
Also, he will be allowed to bring in the Chaos Emeralds.
I don't think he needs the Chaos Emeralds for this fight. I think he kind of smokes on Titus. Titus is strong as fuck. Titus does come back from the dead, but granted, that's through the him like being promoted and like and Space Marines are genetically modified humans, but here we go, humans. Humans.
Yeah. So
Shadow, Shadow. If I like, I would argue for Shadow. I keep saying Shadow. I would argue for Silver, like beating Shadow 100%. And I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with that. I just full heartedly like think Silver, even especially with his Chaos Emeralds, is the strongest in this Sonic verse.
one thing I was thinking while you were talking is that we'll probably most likely we'll end up discussing it later, but those abilities you just said, like being able to manipulate time and the telekinesis and stuff, I think it can even bring in the conversation for him beating Tav.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to prompt the conversation, and that's going to be a you heavy conversation. I think we are going to get to that point, but that's for later. Let's move on for now. Um, all right.
My name is John Marston.
So we got John Marston from,
My name is John Marston from Red Dead Redemption.
and we have Little Mac from Punch Out.
Get over here, Jack.
So these are two dudes. I'm going to say right off the bat, I think Lil Mac wins because he canonically boxed and beat a gorilla.
That's fucking crazy.
And I know if we said it was Donkey Kong versus this guy, you're saying Donkey Kong wins. Little Mac is stronger than Donkey Kong. Canonically beats him, knocks him out. Tommy, speed.
All right, so I'm taking John motherfucking Marston. And I'm taking this because you just said the gorilla point. John Marston finds fucking Bigfoot, bro. He fucks up Bigfoot and then kind of like talks to him and lets Bigfoot kind of run away, bro. Who do you think's stronger, a gorilla or Bigfoot? A humanized gorilla or a gorilla? He could. He had the chance, but he let him go because
he have done it.
would have fucking put two into his skull, bro.
Let me see,
Fucking right to his face.
This is what I'll say because I knew this was a point that'd be brought up too.
Is Little Mac faster than bullets?
He's not, and I think he'll get hit by them. But Little Mac can stand bullets. He's fought against Bayonetta. He's fought against Diddy. Well, Diddy shoots peanuts, but he can get shot and survive.
Yo, no Diddy. He shoots nuts. No Diddy.
So the bullets thing is one thing, and this is where the gorilla point comes back in. Yeah, this guy took on Bigfoot, an arguably stronger gorilla. Although I think Donkey Kong versus Bigfoot could be an interesting fight.
Is awesome fight. I would pay to see that.
However, Little Mac knocks out a gorilla with his hands, cushioned.
Little Mac ain't faster than a bullet. My boy John Marston got dead eye. He will literally slow shit down. He is not dodging. He could fucking literally tick 6 times to his head, as much as his revolver can hold. He can tick it 6 times. Doom, doom, doom. Little Mac doesn't have a chance. He's fucking shot in the face. Dead. The only way Little Mac wins is if right off the bat he somehow closes that distance. But just because Marston got dead eye, and you know, it's a canon thing in Red Dead. So I just think he fucking you can make Lil Mac suffer if he wanted to. He can hit each limb and then shoot him in the face right after, bro. John Marston cold like that. He cold like that. He went after he went after his whole gang for a reason. They had to bring a whole lot of fucking officers, federal officers, to this man's home just to kill him, bro. 1v20, bro. Lil Mac ain't fucking standing that, bro. Lil Mac is shot in the face.
You're calling in a friend. We're calling in a friend.
Bullshit.
Phone a friend. We've got Charlie Catini here. Charlie, introduce yourself. Say hello.
What's up, Internet Safe Space? This is Charlie here to do the tiebreaker.
Charlie, the tiebreaker that you're doing is John Marston from Red Dead versus Little Mac. Who wins?
Ooh, I mean, if John Marston has his gun, it's John Marston.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lil Mac is just a boxer, dog.
Well, my argument was that he boxed Donkey Kong and won with just his hands.
And what canon? Is that in the games?
Yes.
Still, bro, John Marston has a fucking gun. Donkey Kong's getting shot by a gun. He's not living. I don't care how many bananas he ate.
Thank you. That's all we needed, Charlie. Appreciate you being on.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. We might call you again. See you later. Peace. Okay, we have our answer. Little Mac lost.
Hell yeah, bro.
Tommy's hyped about it.
I'm 2 for 2 on Phone a Friends, bro. Why you got the random ass fucking doctor from Persona? Crash is gonna fuck him up. All right, no.
Wait,
Nah,
hold on, hold on.
nah,
Did you play and beat Persona 5?
Yes.
Well, what I read online is that this is not just a random ass
This
doctor.
motherfucker. I got fucking Crash on this shit, bro. I got Crash taking this one, bro. I'm gonna be legitimate. I got Crash on this one.
Because, so do you know the name Maruki,
Yeah.
the final boss of the game?
He's like, yeah.
That's this guy.
Yeah, he's like the counselor, and then at the end, you just get the fucking big reveal after you go through the fucking palace.
Sorry for the spoilers, but you're saying this guy is weak?
No, I'm not saying he's weak. I just fucking hate him, honestly.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hate towards him. He probably will win. Honestly, he probably would win. But I got Crash 100%.
Well, the only one that I really know is Crash, so I'd have to also take Crash because I was hoping that you would be able to put some insight on his powers here.
No, so basically, you can manipulate a dimension
All right, wait. How's Crash winning then?
because you have to be in, like, yes, he can recall these things into the world, but it's only in like flashes. Like basically he like needed someone else to like help him manipulate others and committing the heinous acts through his power. But it's not like he can depend on that you have to be in like a certain like dimension basically. Like that's for him to utilize his full strength of powers.
Okay, so he lost.
Probably, yes.
Crash Bandicoot. I mean, I'm not even gonna say much about him. He's got some insane speed. He's got enough power to break a box, and he likes fruit. And he runs a lot, so he's got some decent cardio. Um, I'd never played Persona 5. Apologies for the spoiler. I'll put some sort of warning up, but none of you guys care, I don't think. Um, and we got to keep moving forward regardless. So I'm gonna accept Tommy's bias here
I hate him.
and move on.
Oh, bro. Oh, bro.
Can you tell me who these two people are?
Is that just who? Is that just a which Valkyrie is that from God of War?
The Queen of the Valkyries.
That's the Queen,
Yeah, that's the Queen.
and then my boy Doomfist. Nah,
Sigrun.
nah, nah. See, I'm trying to remember. You fight her at the end of God of War.
She's the last Valkyrie. She's the hardest Valkyrie and the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I barely fucking remember her. I think I I want to say Doomfist, bro, because that's just as they say, chivalry is dead, bro. Shout out my homies in the back. You can hear that one. But I got fucking Doomfist on. I got Doomfist on this one, bro. Just because Doomfist is a fucking dog. I bet he could fuck her up. I bet he can get. He's got the agility. He's got the charge punch. I think there's literally one of the best fucking game modes in Overwatch is Doom Sumo. Shout out my homies, bro. You know what's up, bro. Like,
Shout out Kibby. Kib on.
yeah, bro. This motherfucker Doom. He's really like that, bro. He's really like that. And I think putting his powers, like pitting his powers and his strength against a god, sort of. Valkyries considered gods in a sense. Not really, bro. They're like a tier below that.
Tier, yeah, I'd say tier below demigod. Yeah, I mean, like they get destroyed by Kratos.
Yeah,
They get wrecked. I mean, but Kratos would also fuck up Doomfist. So
Kratos would fuck up Doomfist, bro. Doomfist is so fucking cool, bro. Like he's just mad mobile with it. He's got the hands to show for it. Ah, he probably does lose though. Let's be honest.
you're
I know I'm arguing for him, but like I'm reacting to these matchups like fucking first. Like this is my raw take, bro.
Valkyrie flies and she's fast, and she's obviously strong because that fight with Kratos that Sigrun puts up is like long. You know, she doesn't just get pieced by Kratos instantly. She fights with him. She fights with him for a while before she loses.
And she gets fricked. But I'm gonna say Yeah, she probably wins, but I really like Doomfist's chances. I feel like he can make it a better fight than people would think, just because he's him, bro. He's a dog. He's supposed to be the strongest in the fucking Overwatch verse. I can't wait until he meets Winston if he makes it this far, bro. Because I don't know how the fuck Winston made it past Master Chief, bro.
Well, are we saying that Doomfist is passing through 10 seconds, gut decision, who wins?
Probably Sig run.
So Doomfist is out then.
I'd want Doomfist in it though. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, Doom. It just got to be like that, bro.
I appreciate your dedication to the accuracy.
Yeah, man. I'm trying, bro.
That's why it's the safe space.
Hell yeah.
What kind of safe space?
Kibby.